boys and girls, welcome to math class. Today we are going to be working on answering questions based on the graphs. So we're going to jump right in. All right, so first thing, we can read graphs and answer questions about the data. So turn to page 67, and we're going to be looking at this book that says favorite books, or this workbook page, favorite books, page 67. Let's look really close at number 1. We're going to look at the two graphs below, and we're going to answer some questions. All right, what do you notice? Maybe pause the video and just think about all the things that you see. All right, so there's two types of graphs here. They're both similar because they look like bar graphs, but the one to the left is a picture graph, and you can see that each picture of a book represents 2 votes. And then on the right, we have just a traditional bar graph that's used with shading bars. Notice where the red arrow is. This is what we call a title. So both of these graphs are called favorite book. Now look at the bottom. What do you notice about these? So the bottom has labels, and each of the labels at the bottom represent the type of books. So we have comic books, art books, sports books, and fantasy books. This is on the x-axis. X-axis goes across. Now look at the y-axis going straight up and down. The y-axis represents the number of students. And also on the y-axis, we see the scale. The scale is how we're representing the votes based on the numbers. So in the right, in the left, we see the scale going up by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So it goes skip counting by 2s. But if you look on the other opposite side in the bar graph, we see the scale is going up by 1s. Now let's look at the first column, or the first set of data is on comic books. On the picture graph, we see 4 books, which each represent 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. And you can also see that it matches with the scale of 8 right across. If I look at the opposite one, the comic books, it's shaded all the way to the number 8. So clearly, both of these graphs are using the same data. Go ahead and count and solve for how many votes for each type of book. Check your work and make sure that you got 8 for comic books, 2 votes for art books, 6 votes for sports books, and 4 votes for fantasy books. Pause the video and see if you can figure out how many students are in the class. To find out how many students are in the class, we just have to add. So we took the data from just one of the graphs, 8 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4, and added it together. I'm going to use the rewrite the problem strategy. What this means is that 8 plus 2, and then I'm going to put a 10. 6 plus 4, 10. So it looks like this. 10 plus 10 is 20. So 20 students took the survey. We're going to add carefully the totals from just one of the graphs. All right, your job is to finish math page 67 on your own, thinking about the questions. We already answered a lot of the questions in this video together. So as you go through your workbook page, just make sure that you're thinking about the things that we talked about. Be sure you can go back at any point and rewatch the video if you need to rehear what our thinking was. All right, then the next thing you'll do in your slide is you'll attach a picture to workbook page 67 of workbook page 67, and then you'll turn in your work. Thanks, friends, so much for working hard today and thinking about graphing and data, and I can't wait for my class tomorrow. Bye.